Hey guys, Clay here to talk to you a little bit about the new grips from Raylan. They are the new Seal Pros. They are version 4. I love all of the versions, but each version does keep getting better. So for starters, not a big deal, but if it's of value to you, this is kind of cool. It comes in its own separate carrying case, and you can hook that to the outside of your bag if you would like. Okay. So obviously inside the bag, guess what? It's the grips. So here they are. Okay. These are the new Seal Pro version 4 grips. They are 1.9 millimeters thick. Okay. This is a rubber polymer outer and a microfiber inner for comfort. The padded wrist strap right here is 3 millimeters thick, which is really nice if you're using your grips correctly. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about this new addition right here for the strap, okay? I'll show you the version 3 Seal. Looks like this. Still an absolutely amazing grip. I've been using this for months and months, and it's still practically brand new. These grips, they just last forever. But instead of having this metal piece right here, some people just don't like that metal piece. We got a little bit of feedback and we try to innovate based on that feedback. So one of the things we wanted to do was get rid of that. And this was the way we did that. So now the wrist strap just weaves right through there, as you can see. And this is the grip. So let's talk a little bit about this grip a little bit more specifically. This is what's considered a no chalk grip. Now, what does that mean? It simply means that it performs better without chalk. However, I've done a previous video just to bust this myth, because a lot of times what I hear people say is, I would like to go with a chalkless grip, but the bars at my gym always have chalk on them. Okay. Once again, you got to go back and look at this other video I did. I took my bar and I completely covered it. I mean, ridiculous amount of chalk. I took the chalk block and I rubbed it all over. I bathed the Seal. It was actually this version right here, right? The chalkless grip. I bathed it in chalk, got up on the bar. It works just fine. It's better without chalk. There's no denying it, but that's not that hard to do. I've been using these chalkless grips for years in affiliates, in my garage, and at multiple competitions. So yes, if I go to a competition, this takes 2 seconds. I've never not had the opportunity before the start of my heat to go out and take 5 seconds to take a damp cloth and just whoop, wipe my bar one time. You do not need to get all the chalk off the bar. But if you can get some of the heavy chalk off, yeah, it'll help a little bit. And then they're just even more amazing. But the grips work regardless. Now, speaking of grips, I use grips specifically for grip strength, not for hand protection. Now, these grips will protect your hands, and that's why a lot of people use them. But one of the reasons this nice big 3 millimeter padded wrist strap here is important is because if you're using your grip correctly, right? Once again, you shouldn't be using it just to protect your hands. You should be, I'll show this on the bar here in a minute, but you should be hanging from your grip, not just jumping up and just using it for hand protection where there's slack right here. You need to know how to use your grip and get it really tight around the bar like this, so that you're hanging from the wrist strap, okay? So having a thick wrist strap and being able to hold your weight is what's gonna help you hold on for those longer sets of toe to bar in particular, and pull-ups, to not have grip be such a factor. So these are the new version. Once again, just to show you, this was the version 3, which is still amazing. It's my go-to. This is the version 4. It's a slightly more ergonomical design. right? So this one was just like a little bit more of a standard design, which I don't mind at all. This one's got a little bit more of a cutout. It kind of helps protect a little bit more on the side for muscle ups and things like that in particular. So another great grip from Raylan, it is the Seal Pro. So if you're interested in trying a chalkless grip that is super durable, super comfortable on your wrist, and is going to work on a large variety of bars, even those that have some chalk on them, but a grip that doesn't require chalk in order to work. So it's not something you have to worry about re-chalking all the time during your workout. I hated that. So these grips have been my go-to for several years. Version 4 is the newest, most improved, and best grip. And there it is. Any questions, guys, let me know. Take care. We'll see you on the next one. Okay, another super high video production here from Old Guy Inc., doing this by myself. So what I want to show you is what I was referring to in regards to using the wrist strap. So if I jump up to grab the bar, and I simply just jump up and I grab it like this. Now look at the space that's in my grip. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that I'm getting hand protection, but I'm not getting grip protection. There's no weight. There's no reason for me to have this nice big 3mm wrist strap because it's not really holding any weight. So this is going to help protect me from tearing. However, once again, that is not a concern of mine. I want to be able to hold onto the bar longer and have a better grip strength. So once again, if you just jump up to the bar like most people do and they grab it, you end up with this slack, okay? Also makes it really hard to turn over and do bar muscle ups, okay? So one of the things you have to learn to do is when you jump up to the bar, you reach up to the bar, you want to go up past your palm almost to the bottom, or the bottom of your palm, the top of your wrist. You want to hit right here. Then what happens is when you fold it over and now you pull down, now look at the difference. There's no slack. And you can see that there's now a force being applied to the wrist strap. You can tell the difference. Okay, watch. Between this, see my wrist strap? There's no pressure, there's no weight on it. Okay? If I jump up a little higher, and I lock it in and pull down, now you can see that there's weight on the wrist strap. There's no slack in the grip. It makes turnover for a bar muscle up so much easier, okay? So for the third time, if I just jump up and grab it, I have slack. It's not gonna protect me from grip fatigue. It's gonna make it hard to turn over. If I jump up a little higher and I start here, then I come down and grab. Now I have a great grip. And it's also, look how long it is, okay? Because sometimes people look at these grips and they're like, oh, they're not long enough. They don't even cover my fingers. That's what happens if you grab it the wrong way. They're not that long. But if you come up high, come down, they're plenty long enough and they work just great. So there it is. Any other questions about these Seal 4 grips from Raylan? Let me know. See you in the comments, guys. Take care.